All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Gene Girdley, along with Russ Mann, Terry Torline, and our special guest, Tim Cox, who is co-founder of CarNow. We're live in Las Vegas. Tim, welcome to the program.
Welcome. Glad to be here.
Hey, glad that you're here. And I'm excited. The NADA show has just come back now after 2 years. Were you here 2 years ago?
2020, we were here.
Okay.
Before all the chaos.
Yeah, before all the chaos and the pandemic.
Yeah.
And what have you done since you got here? How long have you been here?
I got here Wednesday.
Okay.
Excuse me, Wednesday, because had the JD Power meeting on Thursday, which was extremely encouraging, and then right into it, nonstop. Yeah. You can throat's a little scratchy a little bit. Been talking a little bit, but very excited about what's happening in the space, where we're going, and then obviously how we're serving our dealers for sure.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. Why are you here? What is CarNow? You're the founder. What does that mean?
Well, I'm the co-founder.
I'm sorry.
There's people smarter than me that are my partners. I'm the car guy, but CarNow is one of the arguably the fastest growing software company in the history of automotive.
Wow.
We started in December 2014. We're blessed with roughly 5,000 dealers. So we handle all things communication, chat, text. Went from chat, text to DR, but we really, since COVID, since last NADA, have put our heads down and really been working on a problem in the space. And the problem in the space is there's a lot, not too far from here at NADA, there's a lot of great products.
Right.
But they're point solutions. They're, I've got a chat tool, I've got a DR tool, I've got a CRM, I've got, this, and I've got, the average sales manager has 7 or 8 at least logins and passwords. And, we really wanted to listen to our dealers. And we've created the first ever one login, click to sign platform in automotive that's truly DMS agnostic.
Oh, wow.
There's been a lot of movement in our space. November, we announced our partnership with JD Power, the fact that, the pedigree of a company like JD Power reaching out to someone like us, JD Power F&I products to be exact, and the incredible work that Phil Batista has done with Darwin. So instead of building a menu, because that's a piece of the platform, right? Being able to buy a car online. So lots and lots of exciting stuff that we're bringing, and a lot of buzz around our booth and what we've done and where we're going this year. So exciting.
So as a car guy, I know because I've been involved with software and building actually a custom piece of software for a BDC. How do you make it DMS agnostic? Because I'm thinking, okay, we got to scrape the data and all this other stuff. So how do you make it DMS agnostic?
Well, I mean, we've had great DMS partners like Dealer Built, who we announced, CDK, and we're certified with CDK, as well as RCI compliant with Reynolds. So that takes care of the majority of the and Dealer Track and Dealer Track.
Yeah. Game over from there.
Yeah. So we're partnered with these guys because a lot of, when you have to rekey, when you have to, whether it's working a calculating payment and sending it, and then you've got to go back in and you've got to rekey everything without having that seamless API integration with these partners. It's cumbersome. So we want to continue to get better and make it easier, obviously, for the consumer, and create experiences that they automatically go further into the funnel. And then obviously for the dealer, because if it's not easy to use, dealer, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if they're not, I can give you a Ferrari with an F1 transmission and you don't know how to drive that car, you're not driving a car. So, that's what we do.
Do you have one that I can drive?
Actually, my friend, Adam Merlin, shout out Adam, is the #1 pre-owned Ferrari sales and service center in the country, Merlin Auto Group. Friends does have its benefits every once in a while.
I can imagine. Get one for a Saturday night or something.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of companies here at NADA that bring to either enable a process, enhance a process, and CarNow certainly does that. But you are the fastest growing in this segment. And what do you contribute your rise in your success? What do you contribute that to beyond just those two simple things of enabling or enhancing a process?
Well, I think John Maxwell said it best is the law of attraction and the law of duplication. We've got 2 vice president of sales. One, Tina, she's, we're only a 7-year-old company, but 5.5 years ago, she came to me and said, look, even back then, didn't even ask me about, no, it doesn't go always like this, but didn't even ask me for comp. She's like, look, I heard about you guys. I just went in. And then she worked her way up to vice president.
That's an easy negotiation.
Easy negotiation. And obviously we've taken care of her through the years. But, I think unfortunately with any company, pride and insecurity get in the way.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people that when they have success, they walk into every conference room or boardroom and they have the answers before they've already, no matter what happens in that boardroom, they're the smartest person in the room. And ego does not work well within our company.
Mm.
And I can honestly tell you that we love our people, we serve our people. So that word serve, there's a lot of buzzwords and cliches, but I think the most proud we are is of our people. There's not only and I can show you to prove it, text that I get from dealers from our people taking care of issues at 10:30 at night, literally saying, is this for real? Yeah. But creating an environment to where, we serve them and they have the ability to serve our dealers. And, because people ask me all the time, where in the world do you get your people? But creating that type of environment, I mean, we promoted 43% of our, and we have 232 employees now, but we've promoted 42 or 43% of our entire workforce last year.
Wow.
Because of growth and, and then just, being able to continue to get better.
So talk about it. So an open door policy, there's not a layer of 14 people that they have to go through in order to talk to somebody to get to you, in order to, if they have an idea, if they have something that they want to talk about, they can have that open line of communication.
100%. And I think that I don't care if you're selling pencils or if you're selling, software solutions. I mean, it's a pretty simple deal. You just create that environment. And is it perfect? No. Am I, there's been situations, and I don't know how deep we want to go into this, that I handled a situation wrong to not necessarily entry level employee, but somebody but I had to call and say, hey, listen, I handled that the wrong way. Mm. You know what I mean? Having that type of mindset, it's worked out so far. And I think that we'll continue to do it the same way.
Yeah. Sometimes the two toughest words is I apologize.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it goes a long ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's a pleasure to meet you. Obviously your reputation precedes you. We appreciate the opportunity for you to be here and speak and take the time with us today. But so one of the things that I really focus on all the conversations that we have are goals. So one, for 2022, not only the company, but you personally, what is the goal for you? What are the things that you really want to accomplish this year?
Me personally, again, I've read everything Maxwell. I quote him a lot, so I apologize. So everything I'm about to say is John Maxwell. It has nothing to do with Tim Cox. But no, if you think you're a leader and you look behind and no one's following, you need to rethink your position. Yeah. Duplicating myself is a goal. Continue to duplicate myself. Again, like I said, the biggest two word problems with any organization are insecurity and pride. People think we've hired people. Another reason for our growth is you're not afraid to hire people smarter than us and better than us. So my goal is to continue to duplicate ourselves and then serve our dealers and continue to innovate. One of the innovations we were talking before we went live, we're the first company to ever allow dealers to use cryptocurrency. So nice. Being able to be able to, and we could go to a much longer, so I had the privilege to partner with a company called Scion that is going to be actually implemented into our platform to where, in markets like Miami, California, New York, more progressive markets, 50% of all millennials have some type of crypto, but have never been able to buy a car. So two things, now we have the ability to use it as a down payment. And then number two, if you've made money on your crypto, so you don't have to pay capital gains, you can actually get a loan against that crypto to where and the dealer still has the ability to make large margins on that reserve. So very exciting. We love being the first, right? We want to listen more. That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. We listen more than we speak.
What about, can I ask real quick?
Sure. Please.
What about fees? Because I know if you use crypto, at least right now, you don't have the fees that Visa and MasterCard charge.
That's right. So depending on the coin, and again, look, I'm diving into this and learning as much as I can every day. The number one crypto obviously is Bitcoin, so those fees are a lot lower.
Right.
And the more, so this company Scion deals with, I believe 20 of the top, currencies. So depending on how popular the fees do go up. But when you're looking at this, almost like a HELOC, taking the equity, taking advantage of your financial position and getting a new car in the process. Not a bad gig.
Yeah, really.
You talked about the millennials earlier, and you actually mentioned this yesterday. You pointed out millennials, the age group the oldest millennial is what?
44. Some say 40, some say 42. It's between 40 and 42. Think about that.
So let's call it 40. Let's call it 40.
Yeah.
And that's your target from that 20 to 40-year-old.
Which, as a matter of fact, which is the millennials right now are the largest population in the automotive space right now, as far as and that with the largest buying power. Right. So when you're figuring 50%, and again, our entire platform isn't geared towards crypto, but it's another thing that we're adding to be able to serve our dealers to where they're on the cutting. They know when they partner with us, they're on the cutting edge of new technology and what's happening in the space.
What you're doing, you don't do the same thing that you did yesterday, right? So this is a big deal in the car business, right? Oh, this is the way we've always done it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what we've always said, or this is how we've always been. You're obviously leading that. So talk a little bit about why that is so important to not have a set ideal of where your company is going.
Well, it's our company, but again, it's about without our dealer partners, we're employed. I mean, it's just that simple. Yeah. Right now, knowing, having a full understanding, and quite frankly, I'm the car guy, and now we have a phenomenal advisory board of some of the top dealers in the country. But knowing what actually, there's a lot of things built in the software space, and they've never sold a car in their life. So understanding what's actually happening right now, every dealer in America, we all know, needs inventory. So how do we help? How does our real-time platform, we've literally built the first, in fact, Brian Pass said in an article the other day that, wow, this was his word, and I'm allowed to quote him because he said it. He said, this is mind bending. He said, you literally have created a new vertical. Yeah. So now we have a platform that dealers can literally just put in the back of on their desk or wherever they're at, and they can see what's actually happening in real time. So if I integrate now with a wish list on a trade-in, and all I do as a customer is go on your website and push in that I have a 2018 JL Rubicon, and it pings the pre-owned manager and says, hey, you might want to reach out right now while they're on the website, not waiting until you take that living, breathing customer that you pay thousands of dollars that month to get all these people to your website. And if we do a great job, here's the way we've always done it. We'll just wait, and we'll take a live lead. We'll turn it into a dead lead. We'll push it into the CRM. We hope we get the jaws of life to get them back out, resuscitate them, and get them back into our store. Why don't we just take care of it while they're on your website? Duh, there you go. Right? Wow. So we've seen, it's amazing, right? But the dealers that are listening to us, we have some phenomenal success stories. We've got dealers that are buying between 60 and 80 cars off the street a month by using it. Now, granted, there's marketing behind it and things like that. It's not just the tool itself, but creating these types of environments, listening and continuing to overcome and adapt situations. That's what creates true partnerships. People talk about vendors, and I want to be a part. Are you really? Do you answer the phone at 10 o'clock? I mean, all those types of things are extremely important, and we feel that we've been blessed enough to continue to grow the way we've grown.
There is a quantum shift in the way the dealers are selling cars in today's market, 100%. Utilizing data. There are several dealers who are not using and have not adapted to that quantum shift. Where do those guys end up? Do we just form a chasm in a Grand Canyon of space in between those two? Are they able to still stay alive?
Well, let's back up real quick. What's happening now? I spoke about our friends at JD Power. 2020, the average gross on a new car deal, this is across the nation, was right around, the number was $2,100 or $2,200. Right now, this month, it's $52, I think it was $52 or $5,300 average. So good times create bad habits.
Yeah.
And I would argue there's going to be a lot of dealers, because right now, and I'm not being flippant.
No.
We might think we're rock stars because we're looking at our financial statements in the variable with S's on our chest, but newsflash, everybody's making money. Yeah. So it's the most lucrative time. It's that dealers are making more money than they ever have. And I heard someone say once, the time to fix your roof is not when it's raining, it's when the sun's out. Right. So let's work on these processes, because right now the car's the star, right? If you have the car, is it there? Is it there? Is it there? And oh, by the way, can I buy it for sticker? Wow, are you kidding me? I can't imagine if I was still, I managed a Lexus store for 8 years a Toyota store for 8 years and a Lexus store for 10. I'm like, man, how did I miss that deal? I can't even imagine. It's like ping, ping, ping. It's crazy. And people are asking you, please, can I buy it for a sticker? So, yes, there has been a complete shift, but the smart dealers, and there's a lot of them, that are making sure that they're practicing, that they're putting these things in place to where they're creating raving fans on how they're treating their clients, to where they go, and tell their friends at church or school, and they create raving fans and building that model versus just a transactional check the box onto the next one model. Those dealers have sustained success for sure.
Indeed. Amen.
Yeah.
Tim Cox, everybody, here at NADA Live.